Greetings! You are listening to the Fruitful Night. Well, here it is. This is my crypto portfolio. As one might tell, ADA is my favorite crypto. Well, these segments tend to shift around a bit due to the volatility of crypto, but right now it looks like this, and I'm quite happy about it. I've contemplated just putting everything into ADA at some points, but I'm happy having some hedges if Cardano doesn't deliver. But well, right now, it's delivering quite well. But I really shouldn't say much because as of this date in January, ADA has been sliding down from $3 for quite some time. But today we have a good day. It's been painful seeing that slide down from $3. But, well, I think we're in a good position anyways. So I thought I'd go through these coins, why I picked them and what I'm doing with them. When it comes to Cardano, you're either a believer or you're not. I don't think I can say much about it that would convince a non-believer. But I'm not fully in Cardano. I have other projects on other blockchains I also have assets in. But what am I doing with my ADA? Well, some portion of it is on Binance earning yield, or what would you call it, rewards there on Binance. They have these lock-ins that you can do for 60 days to earn right now about 8% API. So I'm earning some ADA with my ADA, but the larger portion is used in ISPOs, these initial stake pool offerings. So the first one I participated in was MELD. And MELD is an interesting project. It will act as a fiat off-ramp. So you'll be able to get fiat right into your bank account. And you'll be able to do this with loans as well. So you'll be able to lock in your crypto and get a fiat loan. And the interesting thing about loans you'll be able to take with MELD is you'll be able to take loans with negative interest rate. So instead of interest working against you, interest will lower, this negative interest rate will lower the loan over time. So it's a very interesting idea, and if they can pull it off, it'll be a very handy asset to have. I don't know if you need to hold MELD to utilize it, but you'll have some MELD staking going on their platform when it launches. So it seems like a good token to just get some rewards off. Just using my ADA to get some MELD didn't seem like a bad idea, so I did it. And I think they'll be airdropping these tokens this month, actually. So we'll see if I'll acquire them this January. I'm also participating in new ISPOs, 3 of them right now. And in no particular order, I'm right now earning some gens for the Genius Yield protocol, and it seems like a good project. It has a lot of respect. What is it called? Lars Brunjes is working on it. A well-respected profile when it comes to Cardano, and it's the only yield optimizer I know of that's being worked on Cardano, and it'll be using an AI to optimize yields. So it seems like it'll be quite advanced. So why not earn some of these tokens instead of ADA? So I'm happy to earn some of these. I won't see them until next year. So I'll have to wait a full year before I get these tokens. It's a bit of a vesting period, but I'll be happy to get them in a year's time. And who knows what they'll be worth, but it's not a big sacrifice to forsake some ADA rewards and just get another token, in my view. When it comes to a project like this, because it has a lot of potential. Another project that seems like a good one is Maladex, these Mal tokens. So I'm earning some of these as well. And the founder seems like a very smart guy, and he's been working on financial tech for quite some time. And he will be using strategies that he's been programming for very rich people. And he'll make sure that anyone can use these economic strategies on his protocol. So it seems like a very cheerful project when it comes to the mascot. Seems like a project with a good team and a different kind of token. So I'm happy to acquire some of these tokens as well through their ISPO. And the last ISPO I am participating in is this Ray network, earning some X-ray. And I wouldn't say that I've done that much research on this one, particularly because these tokens are free, as it says right up here. They don't have a fee on their staking, so you're earning the usual ADA reward for staking and just getting these tokens as a bonus. So I haven't looked into it that much, but it seems like a very extensive ecosystem they're working on. So it seems like a very ambitious plan. They have their wallet, they have DeFi and swaps, and a lot of things seems to be going on here. So I really don't mind earning some tokens and getting them along with the usual ADA rewards. That being said, I'm sure there are plenty of ISPOs that should be considered other than these. There's so much going on Cardano when it comes to ISPOs right now. But these are the ones I've landed on, so to speak. Other than that, I've done some small amount of investing in Cardano projects. As you can see on my portfolio, I've acquired some Kopi that I bought on the Binance Smart Chain. So these are right now locked in a liquidity staking farm here. So I'm yield farming liquidity right now at a very good API, but it'll end in February. So what is Kopi? It's a project for a metaverse, and it seems like a very interesting metaverse. They have this plan that they'll be using stake. If I remember correctly, no, it's not like that. Bah. It's not like I thought it was. It's something like they'll be allowing people to host the servers for the project in a decentralized manner. So it'll be a metaverse that's floating on Cardano in a decentralized fashion. Yeah, that it was that hard to say it, but yeah, I haven't seen any other metaverse with this concept of not relying on centralized servers. So I really much like that idea of the project, and it seems like they have a very good team that could pull this off, to have something like an organic thing almost living on the blockchain, a metaverse that doesn't need any singular person that can pull the plug on it once they've launched it completely. So Cornucopia is a very different sort of metaverse, and I very much like the idea. Uh, Even though I fumble a bit trying to explain it. And there's a lot to it when it comes to the graphical style and how they'll divide land and all that. But, well, going through these projects in a timely fashion, that's mostly all I can say about it right now. Uh, so Cornucopias is an interesting project, and I'll be glad to hold on to it for quite some time. And it'll be all the much sweeter to hold on to when I have more of the tokens through this staking farm. Oh, that was a mouthful. So the last project I'm into in Cardano right now is Gero, and that was the first project I bought on the Ethereum blockchain, which it's been a very painful process using the high fees, and well, the price has gone down quite a bit since I bought it as well. But it seems like a very good project to hold on to for a long term. And well, I guess it was much of a hunch I went on when I first bought it. It was just I was so happy to be able to buy a project on Cardano, but I've grown to very much like it a lot. So I'll try to explain why. It's also a DeFi project like many others I'm earning, but it has some very interesting characteristics. So it'll be a wallet that has access to its own DeFi, but the thing is with Gero is that it's a wallet that has plenty of integrations, partnerships, and such. Very many partnerships of sorts. Uh, as you can see on their Medium, they have quite a lot of uh, partnerships with many different kinds of projects. As you can see here, the last year they managed to get uh, partnerships with MoonPay, for example. So they'll have off and on ramps, I believe. And Cornucopias, the project I talked about, living on Cardano like a decentralized metaverse. And I also recognize Donkey, that's a multi-chain farming strategy protocol of sorts. So the thing is with Gero is it'll be a sleek, easy to use wallet that has access to a lot of different things. And they have a perfect founder for this as well. A UX type of guy, a user experience person, and he does a good arguments for his project in the interviews I've seen with him. So I think they'll be able to create a wallet that has a lot of interesting functionality due to the partnerships and such, and bridges to other blockchains and the partnerships with DeFi protocols and such. I think it'll be a very good wallet to use. I've already got it actually, and it seems to be a well-recognized project within the community of Cardano. So that that's my Cardano interests right now. I will be looking to get some Sunday swap. Seems like everyone is so hyped about that right now, and perhaps some mobile tokens, some liquid tokens as well. Who knows? I'm not looking to get huge positions, and I prefer to earn rather than buy. But I just want to get a lot of positions and stick to them for the long term when it comes to Cardano. So, well, that's it for Cardano. But when it comes to the other projects, I think many people know of Illuvium. If not, it's a gaming project on Ethereum, and it's my second biggest holding actually. In fact, it's It's a very considerable holding for me. Uh, as it is right now, I'm earning a very nice yield on it, and if it continues in this fashion, I would be happy to live off of only Illuvium if that was the only project that worked out in the end. If the game was successful, I I, I could make an earning just staking this token. If it continues in this way it's been going. So the thing with Illuvium is it'll be an RPG. You'll be running around in a world and catching these illuvials that can be used in a auto battler game. I think you can see it later here. An auto battler. So you'll earn these NFTs and deploy them in an auto battler. So you have different types of games. You'll have a city building game and this RPG game. You'll be running around in the world, and this auto chess, auto battler game. So you'll have plenty of different types of games, and you can just pay everything with Ethereum. The costs that's within the game. You'll have some traveling costs to get to different zones. You'll have items needed to capture illuvials. But you can pay with Ethereum if you want. So what's the point with the token, one might ask? Well, the token is very interesting. It's like owning a stock of sorts. There'll only ever be 10 million tokens, and they're about at, I think, more than 7 million out now, if I might be mistaken, but something around there. And thing is, they've made it so that all the Ethereum that goes into the game to buy stuff, all that Ethereum is then used to buy back Illuvium on the market and provide it to stakers. So you'll have a system where if you hold Illuvium, this ILV token, you'll be earning more ILV from the market. So if plenty of people play this game and buy things with ETH, you'll have a token that the supply will decrease on the market since it goes back to the holders of Illuvium. So it's a very interesting mechanic, the tokenomics of it. So it's like owning a stock. And I'm very much interested in acquiring more and just sitting on it for a good time. The DAO that's creating this game seems like competent people as well, and they'll be looking to create more games and use this token for those games as well. So by holding the token, you can also pay for things in the game with your earnings. But by doing that, you'll be burning them. So it's a deflationary token. And it's an interesting model because you could just buy some ILV and play with the rewards that you earn. So it's a one-time purchase, and you'll be getting rewards that can be used to pay for things in the game. So it's like a subscription of sorts, but you just do one payment and that's it. So that's an interesting feature of the game. And of course, as many other projects, the NFTs could go up quite a bit in value, and they'll have big esports tournaments as well. So I think this is a project that could go far, and I'm very happy to have it as my second largest holding. And as I've said, if it continues to go like this, I'll be a happy fellow. I could probably live off my earnings as it is. Of course, they have very large staking yield right now, as we can see here, 317% API. if you provide an sushi liquidity providing token, which I have. It's a huge API, but it's like that right now because they're distributing 3 million tokens out of 10 millions over 3 years. So after those 3 years, they'll be relying on this mechanic for the buyback project, the buyback program for getting oil from the free market. And that's an interesting part because this game hasn't launched yet. So once it launches, you'll be getting the ILV from the buyback project as well as the staking rewards they'll allocated these 3 millions. So the API could increase once the game gets going. It's possible, but of course, the more total value that gets locked into it, the less you'll see of the API, because it'll be distributed through to more token holders. But I haven't really said the best part yet. If you're a very true believer, you can lock your LPs or your ILV, and I've done that. You can lock up to a year, and once you've done that, that increases your API to the double. So if you lock for a full year, you can lock less if you want, but if you lock for a full year, you'll get double the API. So I'm right now earning double of this. So it's by far my highest, it's my highest income right now. And I could live quite well on this income as it is right now. We'll have to see how it continues, and I can't access this income right now. Once you start the vesting of the income, you'll have to wait a full year for it. So this really is a long-term thing, because I'd say anything you do on the Ethereum blockchain should be long-term, since the fees are so high. But once I can get my Gero tokens off of Ethereum, where I bought them, Gero sold their tokens early on the Ethereum blockchain, but they'll be bridging them shortly, I believe. So once I get the Gero tokens off of Ethereum, the only token I'll be holding, except Ethereum of course, will be Illuvium. And that explains also why I hold a big portion of ETH. It's for the liquidity providing of Illuvium and for gas fees. I hold a little bit on the wallet. So we're almost done. It's not that much left. We'll have Tencent. And Tencent is a very different project. It's meant to serve as a hedge. It's a project that will serve as a hedge, is the plan. So it also has a buyback project and burning. So what it does is, well, you can see here, the bridge between crypto and stock market. So the plan is they sold the token, and using the token, they bought assets that will provide a passive income. Using this passive income, they'll be buying back their token and burning it. That's all there is to it. Let's see if we can get to something. So the sort of assets they've bought is stuff like they own Bitcoin, they own Ethereum, Chainlink, big name cryptos, and they also bought some stocks to earn some yield from stocks as well. So the idea is that this can act like a hedge, just a token that will increase in value based on the earnings from a large portfolio of assets. So it's an interesting tokenomics in that regard. But that isn't everything with the project. Let's see here if I can lock my wallet We'll just shift to the Binance and see if we can. Yes. So holding this token allows you to do two things right now. You can lock it in to gain access to a launch pad and buy some very carefully selected projects on that launch pad. Or you can lock it in to earn free airdrops. And these airdrops are many sorts of projects of various kinds. So I chose to lock it in to earn these airdrops. And well, there's plenty of different sort of projects. For one, I earn the project, the same token I locked in, the Tencent token, a decent amount. Now, the thing is that what I'm earning here is Tencent on the Ethereum blockchain. I locked in Tencent on Binance, but I'm earning Tencent on Ethereum. So it's a little bit annoying because, well, $40 isn't that much on Ethereum. That doesn't even cover the gas fees. But many projects here are projects on Binance. So it's a very nice website to just look at, seeing these tokens go up all the time in amount. So who knows? I might be lucky and there's a good project here that'll go up in value once I withdraw it. But yeah, it's a good thing to do with the Tencent while you just wait out and you have it as a hedge. So it's an interesting project in this regard because you'll be relying on very established projects to give you the yield that will be used to the buyback project. So the price performance of these of Bitcoin and such will help this token. But also I could be lucky and one of these free airdrops turns out to be the new Shiba Inu or something. So it's an interesting project that diversifies you quite a lot. So it feels like a safe bet to have a portion in. Now I might have been gone a bit overboard, but well, it seems like a good bet to have in a diversified portfolio, to have some Tencent. Now, other than this, I've also... Oh, well, we're into the last one here. The Finer and the Fork. So these go together, actually, on the Binance Smart Chain. So let's see here. Finer, it's a simple crypto game. This is the pure manifestation of an auto battler. You don't have anything to do. Once the game starts, it just plays itself. So it isn't my sort of game, really. But I believe plenty of people do play these sorts of games. And this is the project I've been looking into the most when it comes to community. And it has a very nice community, I'd say. And the project is it's out. The game is out. You can play this game if you just acquire 4 different NFTs. You need 4 different heroes to play the game. And I played it, but it wasn't quite to my liking. But you can play and earn in this game, and it looks very sleek. It just isn't that fun to play, I'd say. Well, it's a decent game because you'll have a lot of theory crafting how to construct your team. It's not just about acquiring 4 different heroes. That in itself is a lot of strategy, which heroes you want. But once you have the heroes, you can modify them in various ways. So you can spend a lot of time theory crafting this game. So I really don't want to put it down. It's an interesting game. It just isn't really my type of game. I want a little bit more gameplay, even if I like do theory crafting a lot. So it's a game with NFTs, and in order to improve the heroes, you need to use Fina, and you earn Fina by playing the game. So you can also buy the heroes with Fina. So you have lots of sinks, these money sinks for Fina to go back into the game. So it's an interesting project, and it's a very interesting thing to have a game with a capped reward token, capped supply of the reward token. You don't. I'm not entirely sure if they can pull it off, because they always have to replenish the reward pool. But if it's far into the future when that'll happen. But I hope they can manage it. If they do, I think it can be a very successful project. So I've decided to stake it a bit. Oh yeah, you can see here, by the way, it's a very low cap project, just 10 million in market cap. So if you're into gaming, you could make quite a lot if this goes up. Because as far as I hear, many people refer to anything below 100 million as a low market cap. So I think there have been a lot of emissions due to the earnings in game and such. So it's all natural to see it go down. But at some point, people dumping earned Fina by playing the game and such. At some point, it won't affect price that much, I believe. You'll find a floor at some point. And particularly when you already have such a low market cap. So what I'm doing right now, I'm staking, and I decided to stake in the most lucrative pool, the Fina and FOC liquidity providing pool. Right now, these changes quite a lot, the API, but right now it's 252% yearly yield on it. So Fina goes with the game, and the Force token is for the platform that first was used to launch the game. So it's a launch pad, and they have different pools for this token. But yeah, I figured it's a decent token, I believe, to have in a liquidity providing. It shouldn't go that much lower than it is. I don't know much about this token, but I decided to go into the most lucrative pool to get this. So that's where I'm at when it comes to my portfolio. I'm doing a bit of degen stuff, I would say, with Fina. Who knows where it goes? There's many of crypto gaming projects, so the scene could get saturated. People can't have attentions on everything. But that's just one thing I do on Binance. I also have the Tencent on. Oh, I wrote it wrong here on my portfolio. I'm very sorry for anyone watching. It's not cent, it's set. I hope I haven't fooled anyone saying this late. But Tencent feels like a more safe and I like the boring project, diversified. And Fina has a lot of upside. So that's my doings on the Binance. And also my Copy liquidity providing is on Binance. That's why I have a bit of Binance tokens to go with the Copy tokens. So Copy will emigrate at one point to the Cardano ecosystem. So the big things I'm doing there is Fina and Tencent on Binance. And on Ethereum, it's all about Illuvium. And well, Cardano, there's a lot of stuff going on there. and at some point I won't be paying that much attention to the other chains. I'll just let them be and hope they continue to grow. But I'll my my mental energy will go completely to Cardano. That's what I anticipate, since I do believe it'll be a blossoming ecosystem. Well, yeah, that's what's going on. I was hoping that this could perhaps inspire someone else. Perhaps I've been given a good, good. What would you say? A good suggestion of some of the tokens. But yeah, uh, building on a nice portfolio and having your assets work for you. These are things that you can spend a heck of a lot of time doing. But I'm happy where I'm at right now. And I, anyone that's still listening, I wish you good luck with your crypto investments.